Today I'm going to talk about how to make it in Canada as a foreigner. This topic is very broad. It's a huge topic, but I'll try as much as possible to box it in one. If you are coming to Canada, regardless of whatever reasons it may be, whether to come stay, to come study, to come visit, it may differ from person to person, but whatever be the case, you are still coming to Canada, and I think it would be best you take note of all these steps so you don't get stranded. I think the first thing that you should actually do is to open a bank account. There is more to that, and there is others that you can actually do before that, but I think the most important thing is to open a bank account. And if you guys have been following my channel, or if you guys have been following my journey, you understand that bank account is one of the first things that I opened when I stepped foot in Edmonton. And this is no cap. Having a bank account in Canada is an advantage. It's something that you don't even need to play with. Okay, I've been to South Africa, I've been to Ghana as well. I mean, I'm originally from Ghana, so having bank accounts in these countries, I would say they don't actually mean anything, especially if you're a foreigner. But in Canada, if you have a bank account, or let's just say abroad, I mean talking about America, Europe, having a bank account is a big thing. The reason why I say you should open a bank account or you should have a bank account is because bank accounts actually builds your credit scores. Okay, having a bank account is a big thing. Okay, it's like building your profile, it's like building yourself. So having a bank account enables you to build your credit scores. And with credit score, someone might be asking, what is credit score, what can I do with credit score and all that? I will explain. Okay, this video is going to be very long, so I guess you'll have to calm down, chill, and grab yourself some popcorns. So this is simply kind of like scores, or how they rate you based on your out and in transactions, how you make your daily accounts, how you transact, how you use your credit card and all that. They use all that information. Let's say in future, if you want to, maybe you spend some time in Canada or wherever, and you plan on getting a house, maybe you are like 45, 50 years, you really want to get a house for yourself and your family, or you want to buy a car, you want to do something like serious, but you don't have money. Okay, this is where credit scores come into play. So you can simply go to the bank and explain to them that, hey, you're working at this company, you've been in this country for a while, this is your document, you need a house, you've seen one which is going for like maybe 100,000 or 150, but you don't have cash. How can they help you? The bank can loan you some money. You can use that money to purchase the house or the property that you are buying. In that case, you'll be paying the bank every whatever, depending on the conditions or terms or agreements you have with the bank. So having a credit score, it's really necessary. And that is not, it's not only about like getting properties or anything. It also helps whenever, even when you are getting a job, like even when you are going into serious businesses and all that, they require all those transactions, account history, credit scores and all that. So having a bank account in Canada or any other part of the world, as long as it's not your country, as long as it's Europe, abroad, America, you need it. Okay, having that is a big thing. You really need to have it. And the first thing, and I think this was actually supposed to be the first one before the bank, but that was, I'm not going according to, I'm just listing it off my head. This is not scripted. So the next one is having a registered cell phone number. And this was actually new to me. Not like something big, but it was kind of different, because being in South Africa, registering a SIM card is very easy. You can just go to any of the shop, get any SIM card which is already registered, and then you can just start using it. But in Canada, it's a different case. All right, so in Canada, if you need a SIM card, you need to go. Sometimes you even need to book an appointment, and you need to go in with your identity. So with this, you can use your passport, it doesn't matter whether you have visitors, temporary, whatever it may be, you can get a SIM card with that. This also applies to the bank account as well. If you have a passport, that's why it's the first thing that you need to do when you get in the country. You don't want it to expire. So immediately you get in the country, try to open a bank account right away. Some of the banks might have problems with the visitor's visa, but some will also accept it. And I've actually made a video about this, talking about this whole thing. So in case you miss it, you can check some of the, I think I made it, I will try and pop it in the description or list it somewhere here, talking about the banks that allows your visitors visas and all that. So in case you missed that video, you can always go back and have a look at it. So the next thing that you need to do, it might vary depending on who you are. Okay, Some people come to the country to study, some come to stay. It depends. So the next thing that you need to do is to build relationships. And this is something that I don't actually do. I haven't even done that, but I don't even know why I'm listing it. But I think it might help someone, okay? It doesn't always have to be me. I'm not really good at making friends. That's my problem. So when you get in the country, you need to socialize. Like, you need to have Ghana, they call it connection. You need to have some links, okay? And if you're a Ghanaian or if you are coming from West Africa, I would suggest that the easiest or the best way to do this is to attend churches. If you're a student, it's even much better because you might see some of your colleagues who are from the same country as you. If it's not church, you can do clubs. I'm not saying you should go in, smoke, drinks, and no, not that type. I mean, you have your own intention. You know the main reason why you are there. So you should, I mean, consider that first before alcohol and cigarettes. So socialize, okay? Try to get friends, try to make friends in this country, because Canada is a place that I feel like if ever you don't have any person, if ever you don't have someone like who is closer to you or someone to talk to, it's very frustrating. And honestly, I've been through this situation a few moments ago. That is why I actually added it to my list. I don't have friends. Like, I got no one. I don't have friends. Friends is even too big. I don't even have friends. Okay? I think the only person in this country that I'm more closer to is the person who actually accommodated me when I got to this country. So try to socialize, try to make friends, try to talk to people. It might be difficult at first, but you still have to do it, okay? It's not everybody who is going to be friendly. It's not everybody who is going to be open to you when you approach them. I mean, in this country, everybody is busy. Everybody is minding his own business, so it's very tough to make friends. And this is something that I really find it difficult to do. So since I came here, I don't even have friends. I don't have anyone. Once again, the only person I know is the person who accommodated me. And the person is not even at where I am currently. He even left the city. So now it's just me. So making friends is very necessary. If you want to get yourself a chick, there are online sites, dating sites and all that. Try to log on there, try to make some friends. Dating site is not only about getting someone to like sleep with, but you can also get a section where they make friends. For instance, it's not like I got nothing doing. I get very busy. I used to work 7 days in a row, but recently I decided to cut some of the job off and work Monday to Friday. So the Saturday, which was a Friday, I was off. Today, which is Saturday, Sunday, this few duration that I'm off, it gets very lonely. It gets very lonely. Sometimes you just need someone to like share ideas, share plans, laugh with. It's all part of it. It's all part of humanity. Sometimes you need all those things. You may feel, no, I'm an introvert, I don't need that, I can be on my own. It will hit you. It will definitely hit you. So trust me, try to socialize when you get in the country. The next one that I'm going to list is get your driver's license. I've been touching on this topic multiple times. I don't even know how to stretch it any longer, but get your driver's license. In Ghana, some don't like driving, so some even drives, but they don't like obtaining the license. It's all way around, but here, when you come here, I will really suggest you get your driver's license as soon as possible. And I've also made a video about this, so in case you want to check it out, I'll try and drop the link somewhere up or down. I don't know, just check it out, you'll see it around. Get your driver's license, and this I mean Canadian driver's license, all right? If you have a license from your country, it's actually a benefit. If you got a driver's license from your country, it becomes easier when you're trying to apply in this country. I came with a South African driver's license, which I've been driving with, I can't even remember, 2 years. So when I got here, the process was very smooth. I think I managed to obtain the full license in 3 months, simply because I had an existing license from my country. But if you don't have an existing license from your country, you can still make it, but the process is going to be a bit longer. I'm not saying give up on this, but try as much as possible to get your driver's license. With driver's license, it opens a whole lot of opportunities. Some of the jobs requires you to have a driver's license. Driver's license in this country is also as an identity, okay? When I got here, I had an Android phone, which was okay for me, but I still wanted to like prove a point. I just wanted to experience what this whole thing is like, because I've never got the opportunity to like loan something. In SA, if you want to buy a phone on contract, it comes with a whole lot of requirements. You need to be a citizen. If you don't have citizenship, you need to have a PR. If you don't have, like, it's a whole lot of stuff. Your bank needs to be clean and sweet. Like, there's a whole lot of stuff that it comes with. But here, man, the first thing that was requested was my driver's license. Provided that, and they didn't even run me through like a heavy credit check, because I'm still new. I don't even have anything in my bank account, so what are you even going to credit check me on? I think it was just a few coins in my account. But simply because I have a driver's license and they saw potential that I got something going, like I work, they're like, okay, sure. So I went in, I requested iPhone 15 Pro Max. It wasn't at that particular shop. The guy convinced me in getting the 14 Pro Max. And I just wanted something. I just needed something to like see how this whole thing works. So I ended up taking the 14 Pro Max, and that is what I'm currently using. So the 14 Pro Max is what I'm rolling with right now, and I'm paying that every month. So you having that, you paying that, it's, I don't know if you guys get me. So paying that also builds my credit score. So every month I'm being sent a figure, which I think my cost is 90 something. It's less than $100. So every month I'm paying 100, let's just say $100. And that includes the phone and the internet that I'm using every month for the phone. So it's a duration of, I think, a year or two. So the more I use that, the more I use that to build my credit score. So all this that I'm mentioning are personal stuff that I've actually gone through. These are things that it's really going to help every foreigner that comes into this country, regardless being, especially for people who want to come and stay. I mean, if you're coming to visit, it's a different case, because you can't go to the shop to say you want to loan a phone, you want to like lay by a phone. You can't do that. I mean, you come in to visit, so if we give you and you go back, then what? But if you are someone who has especially students, if you're coming with a PR, if you're coming to stay, if you come in to hustle, you guys do know what I'm talking about, then this is like an opportunity. It really helps you to build your credit score. I haven't been in this country for too long, but right now I can tell you guys that my credit score is above 600. I don't know how that happened, but it just happened. Simply because every day, day in, day out, there is something happening in my account. And I'm very consistent with that. And this is something that I've been doing way back in SA. So I feel like my effort and hassles that were not being appreciated in SA, here it really counts a lot. It has really benefited me in many ways. I don't want to keep, okay? There's more to this. There's a whole lot of stuff to this. I'm just going to take it a bit by bit. Like I said, if you guys do enjoy this type of content, hit on the subscribe button, comment, let's vibe, let's share some ideas. If you are new, if you are now getting your visa and you are planning to pack up and come here, if whatever be the case, man, just link up, say hi in the comment section, let's vibe, let me know what you think. I might be wrong, I'm not perfect. Maybe the way, and I also need to put a note out there, because all this that I'm listing differs, okay? I'm in Alberta, which is Alberta province. This whole thing might differ from other provinces. So if you are in Alberta, the process and how to go about it might be different from the way it is in other provinces like Toronto or BC or wherever. For instance, here in Alberta, we pay 5% tax. In BC, I had it of 12% or 15%. So it's different. Canada is very big, and it's made in a way that it's like every province is a country on its own. So someone might say, oh, in Toronto it's like this, we do this, we buy this, but here is different. And if you are back home, you might be like, oh, but this person said this is saying this. Why is it not? Simply because Canada is very huge. Canada is even bigger than USA. So that should tell you that this country is not a joke, all right? It's really not a joke. There's a whole lot that I'm planning to list, but simply because I'm mentioning this off-head, and this is something that I want to be putting out there. I don't want it to be scripted. I don't want it to be something that it feels like I'm faking it. I want it to be like personal experience. So anytime I go through this, anytime I observe or see any sort of thing, I share my thoughts and ideas about this whole thing. So guys, once again, subscribe to the channel, and if you love this type of videos, hit on the subscribe button, comment, let's vibe, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Peace.